Have you ever woken up feeling anxious and burdened by your problems? In today's episode, we're going to talk about my non-negotiable go-to practices that encompass a spiritual routine in the morning that anyone can do to derive peace, happiness, well-being, and set yourself up for success. Namaste and welcome to the Spiritual Wealth Podcast. I'm your host, Alexandra Savithri, Director of the American Reiki Academy and the Vedic Healing Center. I'm a Reiki master, Vedic Healing master, and spiritual coach who has practiced and taught spiritual self-development and healing for more than 30 years, led pilgrimages to India, and studied with Indian gurus. In this show, we cover topics related to metaphysics, Reiki, Vedic healing, yoga, manifestation, spiritual growth, and feng shui, based upon my studies and work in these disciplines. The aim of this show is to help you awaken, develop, and tap into your spiritual power in order for you to manifest love, happiness, success, peace, so you may blossom into the highest expression of you. Welcome to today's episode, which is entitled Claim Your Peace to Start Your Day with Success. So today I want to talk about my go-to practices in the morning that make up a comprehensive practice in spiritual self-development. And I want to give you some simple things you can do in order to harness peace, to access peace, to cultivate peace in the early morning hours. Because as you do this, you set yourself up for a day that's going to be successful and happy no matter what you are encountering. And I have developed this practice over many years, so I want to first tell you that the whole practice is going to be a work in progress for all of us. So these are just suggestions that I have cultivated, and you will then take them and make them your own. So the first thing to do in the morning is to go to your meditation space. Now, what is that space? If you've been listening to this podcast, you have understood how important it is to establish a dedicated space for your practice. This can be called a meditation space, a yoga space, a puja room. In India, we use the term puja. Puja is a Vedic ritual ceremony. So a dedicated space. And you're going to go to that early in the morning every day. That's going to be, if you follow this process, it's going to be the first thing that you're going to do in the morning after washing up, of course. And in this space, you're going to do a beautiful practice that is going to help you transmute whatever anxiety you woke up with, to bypass all the negative thoughts and to move into a place where you feel confident and ready to face the day. So go into the space. That is the first order of the day. The space holds energy. So this is why we designate a space. We don't randomly meditate in different parts of the house. That creates a scattered energy. We create a designated space that's going to build up energy. And in that space, and I'm going to give you practices, these are in no particular order. You will create the order yourself. You will work with breath work, with your breath, calming the breath. This means consciously sitting and breathing in and breathing out. Your eyes will be closed. The breath is in through your nose, out through your nose. You can also do in through your nose, out through your mouth. So that is personal choice. But the breath is going to be deep, diaphragmatic breathing, so not from the chest. And it's just going to be deep and peaceful and calm. You know, we go about our day and we start to get agitated by all the things that are happening in our lives and around us. And one of the results of this chaos around us is that the breath becomes more shallow, and sometimes we don't even know we're doing it. So conscious attention to the breath early in the morning. And there are many different breathing practices, but I'm just suggesting you concentrate on the breath coming in, the breath going out. You can also imagine light coming in and light going out, or light coming in and any negativity or upset going out. Whatever visualization works for you. The second thing I'd like to suggest is that you do your yoga asanas. Now, typically these are going to be done. Again, the choice is up to you, but they will prepare your body for the deeper spaces found in meditation. So you will do yoga asanas. These are the postures that you move your body through that create balance, strength, flexibility. Another part of your practice can be self-Reiki. In Reiki, if you have learned Reiki, you know there is a comprehensive practice of self-Reiki that we do with certain hand positions, so you can move through some of those hand positions. If you have yet to learn Reiki, you can also just rub your hands together and place them over your eyes. The eyes take in a lot of energy during the day. They're looking at computers and little tiny keyboards on the cell phones and getting also stressed out, just like your body gets stressed out in terms of the breath getting agitated, getting faster. Your physical body gets stressed out in different parts of the body, and the eyes are one of them. You can apply that energy from your hands in whatever spaces on your body feel comfortable. So maybe you put one hand on your heart and one on your throat chakra, or one on your heart and one on your solar plexus. The choice is yours always. And then I'd like to suggest that at some point you do some journaling. Now, your journaling can be you writing affirmations. It could be you writing prayers, interacting with God, asking for assistance. It could be you just being still and seeing what messages are coming through you for the day and writing those. That the early morning time, and again, you're going to try to catch the time early in the morning, preferably before sunrise, is very pristine for accessing messages. And then I'd like to suggest that you do some chanting. Now, your chanting can be whatever sacred sounds you have worked with, or a teacher has given you, or you have been drawn to. But the chanting, the movement of that sound vibration through your body is going to calm any excess noise. It's going to calm down your thoughts. Remember, the word mantra means that which saves you if meditated upon, that which stops your mind from thinking too much. And this is why we chant a mantra. The simplest mantra is Om, O-M, also written as A-U-M. And you can just breathe in and chant Om. Again, just like you do your breath work, With diaphragmatic breathing, you're also going to do your chanting by breathing with a deep and intentional breath from the diaphragm. So chanting with attention to the words, with focus on the words, the sound vibration, and that's going to take you away from pain and suffering, from the negative thoughts, from the worries, from the fears, from the obstacles, from the problems, and all your attention is just going to go to the sound. And then you will also do some meditation. So your meditation, again, it will be up to you how you do this, simply closing your eyes, being present with your breath, and visualizing either white light around your body or just putting your attention on the breath, or putting your attention on your third eye. That is the place in between your eyebrows and a little bit above, and you're just going to focus your attention there. Thoughts will come in, thoughts will go out, and you just become a witness to these thoughts. And after a while, you will develop spaces of peace in between the thoughts. And that is where all the curative powers of the meditation, of the practice, of the chanting that you've done turn on in your system and bring you the serenity, the peace, the calmness that you are consciously cultivating through this daily spiritual practice. So I hope this was helpful. The point is to develop a practice, to do it with dedication, to do it with repetition, to do it with belief, with faith, and know that it develops over time. It gets stronger, it gets more wonderful, more deep, it gets more blissful as you go into the practice. It starts to occur to you that there is no substitute for this practice, that anything in the world that is happy or is joyful to you is really only transitory, but this practice gives you the bliss that is everlasting and will help carry you through your days and through your life experiences and through your troubles and through the obstacles, through all aspects of your life until it is time to leave and move to another space. And as always, we will end with a chant. You'll hear at the end of this chant, I say 4 words, and those words are Om, so the OM sound, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti means peace. So you can do this at the end of your meditation, of your spiritual practice, whatever that is in the morning. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So first I'm going to chant a prayer that asks that all the beings in all the worlds be blessed, happy, and peaceful. And then you'll hear me end with Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, and you can join in. And after that I will say Om Peace, Peace, Peace. Om Samasta Loka Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Peace, Peace, peace. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. And I hope something in today's episode brought you clarity, calmness, or a deeper connection to yourself. If you're feeling called to go more deeply into your spiritual journey or start a spiritual journey or clear old energy that's no longer serving you, I'd love to support you. You can learn more about working with me, join one of my healing sessions or classes, or explore upcoming offerings by visiting the link in the show notes or heading over to Instagram, where you will find me at Alexandra Savithri. And that is S as in Sam, A, V as in Victor, I-T-H-R-I. It's an Indian name. So the first name is Alexandra and then Savithri. You can also, if this episode spoke to your soul, feel free to leave a review or share it with a friend. And definitely DM me on Instagram and just say hi and let me know that you have listened to this and derived some benefit. Until next time, trust your path, protect your energy, and keep listening to that quiet voice within, which you will cultivate through your spiritual practice. Om Sai Ram.